the Bone Dry Run, the Delta 7 Bad Zone, and the Sump City Spider Circuit are three of the most notorious and well-known racing tracks of Hive Primus. Racers of all stripes test their mettle on these and other lesser-known tracks throughout Necromunda. The chaos these races create are known as Wheels of Fury. What craziness is about to happen on today's racetrack? Find out this time on JD and the Sump Sea. Welcome back to JD and the Sump Sea. I'm Jay, and today I'm looking at this new PDF that Games Workshop released for Necromunda called Wheels of Fury. And if you like insane racing miniature games in the far future, then perhaps you should consider busting out your Warhammer and smashing that like button, smashing that subscribe button, and don't forget to hit that bell icon so you don't miss any of our videos. Before we get into the racing action, I just wanted to shout out Old Guard Games, our local gaming store that we game at every week, has a brand new YouTube channel out right now with some new videos, including one from Adepticon and an interview with Joseph McCullough, creator of the Silver Bayonet. So you should check out that channel, link in the description below, and also their sister store, BadgerGames.com, has offered us a promotion code of JD2026, so make sure you enter that code on your next online purchase from them. You'll really help out the channel. We'll jump right into the Wheels of Fury PDF and go to page 5. Page 5 describes setting up the track. The way a race works is that there will be 3 4-foot by 2-foot racetracks, and the racers need to race from one short edge to the other, and then when half the racers are off, the track is then cleared of the racers and terrain, and the second track is set up. Each track has specific terrain and hazards associated with it, and page 6 of the PDF goes into what those could be. There are the sides of the track that you must determine, as well, just like the rolling road scenarios. To find out what the track's terrain should look like, roll a d3, consult the chart. It describes the sides and the terrain density. In the terrain paragraph, it then goes over what dense terrain and light terrain and open terrain actually mean. There's also a special rules chart at the bottom that is rolled for each track as well, and then it describes some sort of hazard that particular track is associated with it. For our first track, we rolled a 9, so toxic sludge was the special rule. Whenever someone moved less than 6 inches during their activation, they're hit with a strength 3 hit and could be set on fire. The servo skull hanging above the gate is the button that needs to be shot at to open the gate. And there is some difficult terrain rubble as well. I had a spiky vehicle that I called the Pin Cushion. Matt brought his Sentinel for his new 40k 4th Ed Chemdog's Guard Army. And Benjamin had a skimmer that he built for an upcoming Goliath gang he's working on. So I had the cheapest vehicle, so I got to deploy first, as per the PDF. I chose to deploy on one flank, all the way in the corner. Matt then deployed second and chose the other corner. Benjamin then deployed his skimmer a bit closer to my vehicle than I would have liked. This is when Benjamin rolled on the special chart, and he rolled a 9 for the toxic sludge. The turn order was then determined, and it was Benjamin, Matt, and then me. So in turn 1, Benjamin did a full throttle move 21 inches forward. Then when Matt went, he went 2 moves forward for a total of 14 inches. And then on my turn, I turned slightly, I moved 7, then I moved slightly less than 7, and then turned. So turn 2's turn order was Matt, Benjamin, then me. So Matt moved first and he moved twice for a total of 14 inches. Benjamin then did a fire all action and he targeted the skull to open the door. The rivet cannon opened up and hit the skull, opening the door. The stub cannon on the rear of his skimmer then fired at my vehicle but missed. He then turns his vehicle and moves 7 inches forward. I turn and move 7 inches forward, then I turn again and move another 7 inches forward with the pincushion, ending my turn. Turn 3 begins, and we all roll for priority. Matt rolls highest, then Benjamin, then me. So Matt goes first, he moves his walker 7 inches, then moves another 7 inches again towards the leading edge. Benjamin goes full throttle and moves off the board. I turn, then move 7 inches. Then in my second action, I turn again and move 7 inches again. Turn 4 begins, I roll a 5, Matt rolls a 4. I move first and I move 7 inches off the board, then Matt moves and he moves 7 inches off the board. So now we move to table 2 and we need to roll on the terrain and sides table again. We get light terrain and impassable sides. We decide to go with a track filled with large containers, and Benjamin wants to have several paths through the board. We then roll on the special rules chart and get a 3, so the pitch black rule is in effect, and our visibility for this track is only 3 inches. So Matt deploys first, Benjamin deploys 6 inches up because he left the previous track 1 turn before we did. And then I deploy last, right next to Benjamin's skimmer. So I get to go first this turn. I move forward 7 inches with my first action and then turn at the end of it. Then I move again and then I turn again on my second action. I then move back because Benjamin kindly reminds me of his gas Prometheum engine, and if he moves when I am within 1 inch of him, I will take a blaze attack. Benjamin then moves 21 inches flat out straight ahead. Matt then moves his walker forward twice and then turns it at the end of his second move. Turn 2. Benjamin moves 3 inches, then turns, then 4 inches. Then his second action is another move action for 7 inches, and he ends up landing on difficult terrain. He makes a handling check, rolls a 10. So he passes. He needed a 7. I move 5 inches forward, then I turn away from Matt's walker, and I move again down a different path. Matt then moves forward twice for 14 inches total, then turns, ending the turn facing Benjamin's skimmer. Turn 3 and Matt goes first. Matt starts off by going all out, trying to go past Benjamin's skimmer, but he hits the skimmer as he goes past it. So he pushes the skimmer forward as he moves. He needs a 5+ to wound it, and he ends up wounding it. Benjamin then needs to roll a save, but he fails it. Matt then rolls the vehicle damage dice and rolls a catastrophic in the body. He destroys a random weapon and a hull point. Ends up being the rivet cannon. Benjamin makes a loss of control test. He needs a 7. He fails, loses control, and jackknifes to the right. Matt's walker also takes a hit, but it doesn't wound. I then rotate the vehicle. I move 6 inches, then I rotate slightly again and move 7 more inches. Benjamin then turns and drives off the leading edge and hits Matt's walker with a blaze attack from his engines. It doesn't hurt the walker, but it does set the walker on fire. Turn 4 begins and Matt takes a hit from the blaze on his vehicle, but it doesn't do any damage. He then makes a cool test and passes it. He tries to put out the blaze, but it doesn't work. Then he's able to move off the board. Setting up table 3, we wanted to expand on the storage container theme, and we wanted the end of the track to be another gate that had to be opened by shooting the huge skull above it. We rolled up impassable sides, light terrain, and for the special, pitch black, visibility 3 inches again. I set up first because I was the straggler, then Matt set up to my right, and Benjamin deployed 6 inches forward again because he had left the previous track 1 turn before we did. Matt's walker is still on fire, but it's not hit this turn, but he does fail a cool check, does a loss of control check, and makes a slight turn to the right. He then rolls a 6 and finally puts the fire out. So he basically misses a turn, but at least he's not on fire anymore. Benjamin then does a full throttle, straight forward 21 inches, and I decide to also do a full throttle 21 inches, chasing Benjamin's skimmer. Turn 2, and I go first. I decide that it's time to ram Benjamin's skimmer. I roll a 2, and so I move 9 inches forward, and we both get rammed into a big cargo container. My strength is 8 because of the distance I could move, which is 7 inches, plus 1 because I have a ram in my vehicle. He has a toughness of 6, so I need a 3. I roll a 6, so I wound Benjamin's skimmer. Penetrating hit to the body of the skimmer, which causes structural damage, losing a hull point and forcing Benjamin to make a handling test. He needs a 7 and fails the roll, so the vehicle becomes stationary and loses the last hull point. I get hit also. It's a strength 4 hit and doesn't wound. So turn 3, Matt goes first, then me. Benjamin is out. Matt moves the walker twice, 14 inches. I turn, move 7 inches, turn again, then move 7 inches again. Then turn 4, Matt, then me. Matt moves over difficult terrain, then turns towards the gate. I turn, then move 7, then turn again. Turn 5, me, then Matt. So, I then ram the gate, it crumples because it's destructible terrain, and I take a strength 3 hit. I'm wounded, but
safe. Alright.
just for the heck of it, Matt full throttles the walker just to see how close he'd get. Ends up on some difficult terrain, which he then fails a handling check and falls over. So what did I think of Wheels of Fury? Well, we all agreed it was a lot of fun playing the rules as described in the PDF. It was only about an hour for the entire game, which is pretty good. And it was really fast, but that could have been because of visibility, because of the line of sight blocking terrain, and the fact that my vehicle didn't have any guns on it at all, so there was a lot less dice rolling than there could have been. 3 to 4 players can play on a table this size. I think if you wanted to move to 5 or 6, you'd want to make it 3 feet wide and keep it 4 feet long. In the PDF, there's also rules for a campaign system, which I think is fascinating and would be really fun to try. In the PDF, it also recommends everyone use medium vehicles, although there's an option in there for heavy or light, as long as everybody's using the same thing. They don't mention mounts at all, but I feel like you could also use mounts in this, and it would work just fine. So expansion. What are the options for expansion for Wheels of Fury? Well, there's plenty of room. You can add things like gates, like we did. You could add jumps as well that require a handling check. There could be gates that start open, that when you drive through, you have to shoot a target on the backside of the gate to close it, thereby making your opponents that are behind you have to go around it. The hobby possibilities are endless with this as well. You can make all sorts of different types of tracks and actually make 2x4 foot sections and then simply replace the 2x4 foot section with a different 2x4 foot section for each track. You could have multiple layers of roadways overlapping and going up and down around each other, and you could even have things like jumps, and there could be hazardous terrain that you don't want to fall into. There could be turrets that shoot at you that you could build, and they would actually shoot at you as you drive past. There could be other NPCs also attacking you, maybe even NPC cars or random groks that just wander through the middle of the race. Each track that you play could also have specific hazards instead of rolling randomly on the chart. Well, we had a really good time playing this. Have you tried this at all? If you have, let me know in the comments below. Or if I've inspired you to give it a try, also let me know in the comments below. But that's all I've got for you this time. As always, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.